The woman knew that her husband was actually the one allergic to ginger, but she deliberately claimed that she was the one with a ginger allergy. As a result, the scheming woman who secretly loved her husband never knew the truth. During dinner, she purposely prepared a whole table full of dishes containing ginger. After the woman finished eating, she even mockingly asked if she felt any allergic reaction. Little did she know that she had already fallen into the woman's carefully planned trap. Sure enough, the very next second the husband began struggling to breathe. Before long, he became stiff and collapsed at the dinner table. The reason the woman did this was to make them suffer the bitter consequences they had created. In her previous life, the woman followed her husband back to his hometown for a vacation. The scheming woman who had always secretly loved her husband took the initiative to ask what foods the woman avoided. The woman told her she was allergic to scallions. Unexpectedly, she deliberately added scallions to every dish, causing the woman to stay in the hospital for half a month. Before leaving, the scheming woman once again offered to help organize the woman's luggage. The woman repeatedly reminded her that the documents inside were extremely important, and warned her not to touch them carelessly. But she never expected that the moment she turned around, the scheming woman burned the documents. It was a valuable contract worth millions of dollars. Yet the scheming woman explained with a pitiful expression that she had misunderstood. She thought the documents were unimportant, so she burned them right away. Before the woman could get angry, her husband immediately stepped in to defend the scheming woman, claiming it was only because the woman had not explained things clearly enough. The mother-in-law also chimed in, saying they were just a few useless papers, and there was no need to get upset. This time the woman swallowed her anger and endured it. But from then on, the scheming woman became even more reckless in tormenting her, until she eventually caused her death. So after getting a second chance at life, she immediately decided to make them pay for their own actions. She quickly pretended that she was allergic to ginger, and warned the scheming woman never to add ginger while cooking. Sure enough, the scheming woman did not disappoint her. Every single dish on the table was filled with ginger. Just as the husband was about to question whether the scheming woman was deliberately targeting his wife, unexpectedly his mother immediately stopped him, saying that the woman's ginger allergy was just being overly dramatic. Everyone else could eat it, so why was she the only one who could not? After hearing this, the woman pretended to be generous and said it was fine. The scheming woman did not do it on purpose. Those words instantly left the useless husband speechless. Soon after, the scheming woman brought out the chicken soup, and specially served a bowl for the woman. The woman only hesitated for a moment. The husband immediately started speaking up for the scheming woman, saying the chicken soup she made was incredibly delicious, and refusing to drink it meant looking down on her cooking. Then he served himself a large bowl first. After seeing him drink the soup, the woman finally accepted it and took a sip. The scheming woman then revealed that she had added ginger powder into the soup. The husband immediately panicked after hearing that, and angrily questioned why the scheming woman wanted to harm his wife. But the scheming woman acted wronged and claimed she was only testing it. Before she could finish speaking, the husband suddenly began struggling to breathe. The woman finally revealed that her husband was the one who was allergic to ginger. The mother-in-law immediately became furious and slapped the scheming woman. Fortunately, after the woman's reminder, everyone quickly sent the husband to the hospital. His life was not in danger. But after waking up, he once again defended the scheming woman, claiming that he was the one who failed to explain clearly and caused the misunderstanding. After hearing this, the woman instantly realized that her husband and the scheming woman truly belonged together. She wanted to see how long their love could really last. 3 days later, when the husband was preparing to leave the hospital, he borrowed $400,000 online, and added the $100,000 in family savings for a total of $500,000. Planning to return to his hometown and buy many gifts to show off, the woman immediately took out the documents from the folder, and reminded her husband to put the money away carefully and not lose it. Not long after, the scheming woman excitedly rushed in again, offering to help them pack their luggage, and asking whether they had any important belongings. After hearing that, the woman immediately said the items inside this brown paper bag were extremely important, and must never be lost. The husband also nervously emphasized that it was very important, and told her to organize it carefully. After saying that, the woman confidently handed the document bag to the scheming woman. Soon after, the group returned home. Several elders sat there proudly showing off, each one talking about what gifts their children had brought back for them. As they continued chatting, it finally became the husband's turn. The husband immediately straightened his back and said buying gifts was meaningless. The best gift was simply giving them money directly, so they could buy whatever they wanted. But no matter how nicely he spoke, the elders still were not impressed. They sarcastically mocked him, saying a few $1,000s could not do much, and was not even enough to buy plane tickets for a vacation. Hearing this, the husband arrogantly waved his hand, claiming that amount was nothing and he had a full $500,000. This shocked the relatives who had been mocking him moments earlier. However, after hearing about so much money, the elders became even more doubtful. Anyone could just brag with words. If he had the money, then he should bring it out and prove it. The young man immediately said he would show them. Then he stood up and went to find the woman for the money. But the wife did not know that the scheming woman had packed the luggage, so the woman had no choice but to go to the kitchen and ask her for the document bag. This made the scheming woman secretly thrilled. She immediately acted pitiful and said she could not get the fire started while cooking earlier, so she had no choice but to use the brown paper bag to light the fire. After saying that, she stepped aside and revealed the fire basin inside. Seeing this, the woman deliberately raised her voice and shouted, crying that she had clearly said the document bag was extremely important. How could she still burn it? The husband's family immediately rushed over after hearing the commotion. Seeing them arrive, the scheming woman quickly apologized pitifully to the husband, saying she accidentally burned the woman's belongings. The husband once again used the same trick and started defending her, claiming that the scheming woman definitely did not do it on purpose. After that, he quickly comforted the scheming woman, asking what exactly she had burned, and saying he would help persuade save the woman. Unexpectedly, the scheming woman proudly said it was the brown paper bag inside the suitcase. At that moment, the husband completely panicked.